Hi, I'm Janley Thane. I'm the president of Alexi Enterprises Incorporated, and we operate the fashion website, The House of Alexi, and that's at www.alexiinc.com. I'm with you today because I'd like to give you some tips for packing. I can't say that I'm truly a packing expert, but I have done my fair share of traveling, both on my job and for leisure. And I would like to share some of the secrets that I've learned through the years that have been really helpful to me and have really made travel much easier and much more enjoyable. I hope you learned some things from this. Hi, we're in my closet now, and I want to show you just a little bit about selecting a suitcase and how to pack some of the accessory items. This is probably called a standard weekender, I think. Will hold about maybe 3 to 5 to sometimes 7 days worth of items, depending on how you pack. It's on wheels, fits in the overhead section of a plane, has a nice long handle, it expands real nicely. And the important part of this little suitcase is this pocket here, because this is where you put all of your bathroom items, your shampoo, conditioner, hairspray, whatever. The key to this is you don't want to take the full bottles. You want to consolidate as much as you can, because you can really save some weight and some bulk by doing that. For example, I have a little plastic bottle here that I use for shampoo. I know just about how much to put in for the number of days I'm going to be gone. I have a similar one for conditioner. I have a little bottle of baby oil that I use to take off my makeup, real tiny. I have a mini flat iron that I picked up that's just great for traveling. It has a charger. I put the chargers, all of them, my phone and computer, whatever, in this section. That way if I have a leak down here, it won't ruin my electrical equipment. I have a nice little 1 week pill dispenser box. It just saves so much time and space by not taking all your different pill bottles, and it's safe too. I heard someone on TV say the other day that when they travel they use it for little jewelry items like necklaces and earrings and so forth, and I thought that was really a great idea. And then of course I have this small little can of hairspray. I have a little sewing kit. I have an extra pair of contacts. I would strongly recommend you take those, maybe a couple pair. And finally, I have my little travel flask. This is aluminum. It's not very heavy. It's not even too bad when you fill it full of tequila or bourbon. Now, don't take it on a cruise. When you get on a cruise, they will search your luggage after you get on the ship, and they will confiscate alcohol because they want you to buy theirs. So I'll tell you a little trick. I probably shouldn't, but when I go on a cruise, I take empty a Listerine bottle and fill it full of bourbon or tequila, and it just looks like a regular bottle of brown mouthwash. Okay, so now I'm going to show you this other section real fast. This is where I put all of my underwear, my robes, my nightgown, my swimming suit if I'm taking one. I might even put a beach towel in here. Everything I can pack flat. Now also on this level, I put my shoes, and I'm sure you all know that you should wear your biggest shoes when you travel. For example, if you're taking tennis shoes, you should wear your tennis shoes and pack your smaller dress shoes and sandals or whatever in here. And I always pack them with the street side against the back wall so it doesn't get anything dirty. You can get a couple pair in that way. I would also put any computer equipment like an iPad or whatever here in the middle, and that keeps it safe, and I've never had any problem doing that. Okay, now the next step, we're going to tell you what to put in on top of this. This is the next step in the packing process. You'll start with a suit hanger. And these have been around for a long time. I just saw some in the store the other day. They looked almost exactly like this one. This one's pretty old. This is a great thing to start with because you could put a lot of items together in one spot. I've started with 2 pairs of golf culottes, and these are particularly nice because they're that wicking material, and they don't wrinkle too easily, and they don't get too hot or too cold. And the great part about them is you can dress them up or down depending on your activities. Okay, now you can see on top of that I've put a nice little top that's kind of fancy. You could wear it to dress up anything in the evening, pants, and it doesn't wrinkle easily. It's a nice little rayon piece. And on top of all that, I've added this polo shirt. Again, the wicking material for golf that doesn't wrinkle easily, and it's a great piece that you could wear anytime, even in the evening. And now finally, to my suit hanger, I've added an ironed blouse. I put that on the top, and that's what we want to not get badly wrinkled when we arrive. And I'll show you that with my method, it doesn't. And finally, I add the secret ingredient, a plastic bag over the whole package. And I don't go to the cleaners a lot anymore, although those are the best kind of bags to use. So I just kind of gather them up when I see them. And the nice part about these bags is that you can make as many little packages as you want, depending on how long you're going to be and the size of your suitcase. For a weekender, you may only take 2 or 3 of these little bags, but for a long trip, like a cruise, you might use a much bigger suitcase, but you can get a lot more bags in them. And it's surprising how many they will hold. Okay, now that you get the idea, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these 2 dresses, and you can see they're on wire hangers. Wire hangers are a great thing to take, because if you come home and you have more items than when you started, a great way to save some space is to take these wire hangers out and just leave them in the closet of the hotel room. There. Okay, now I'm going to show you quickly how we put these together. And the last item is another ironed blouse. And you guessed it, we're going to cover the whole thing with a long dress bag, and I'm going to give some free advertising to Belks here. Now we're ready to put this all together in our suitcase. Now this is where you start packing the clothes. I've got the dress package here. That's the longer one. Now we're going to fold it and try to get about the width of the suitcase. I like to use all the space I can because then it keeps it flatter. See, flatten it as you go. Okay. Now we're just going to set it in here as flat as we can get it. Pushing out the sides. And now we've got our other package, which was the culottes and the ironed blouse. And we're going to do the same thing. Put it in the top. Okay, now, I don't know about you all, but I'm usually using my makeup bag until the very last. So I'm going to put it in after I pack on top of this. Flatten it out. Okay. Now, if that were all that we needed to take, we'd be fine. We've got plenty of room in the suitcase. However, I have this little quirk. I have to take my blanket or I can't sleep. So I'm going to show you that I can put this blanket in here on top of the clothes and they'll still look great when we get there. And we're lucky this time. Lots of times this is already full and I have to cram this blanket in on top of a whole bunch of clothes. But this time it's going to fit just perfectly. Okay, I'm going to zip it up. And we're ready to go. Okay, we've arrived at the hotel. We're getting ready to unpack. Put it up. Of course, we can toss the blanket out. Get this for the bathroom. And now we've got our packages. All we're going to be able to have to do is hang them up. But first I want to show you how they look. And you can see when we pull the plastic back that the blue top that we ironed is perfectly wrinkle-free after traveling all day. And The dress and the jacket under it are wrinkle-free as well. Then I think this is really phenomenal. This is the red blouse, which had to be ironed, not a wrinkle in it. And the same with the items under it. This nice golf shirt. It doesn't wrinkle anyway very much. It looks great. And everything is ready to wear. All you have to do is take the plastic bag off, hang it up in the closet, and you're ready to go out and have fun.